Well, here we are in the Zama goldfield, and we've got an extraordinary sight. This is in Mongolia, but there's actually 3 small Chinese dredges, bucket line dredges, to a traditional Chinese, almost home-built design. And they're mining not raw material, they're remining the tailings of left behind by a large dredge, which is a classic Siberian Russian dredge.
Like this one right over here.
Yeah. And the problem for this dredge is, the big dredge, is it's designed for river gravels, and it's excellent at that. But here it's confronted with river gravels with gold, on top of red clay with even more gold. And the trommel on this big brute just throws out with the oversize at the rear end, not only rocks, but also enormous balls of clay. And what these Chinese dredges are doing, they're remining not the finds from the sluice, they're way down under the water, they're remining the oversize that's gone out at the end of the rear stacker of the Siberian Russian dredge. What this means then is that the clay balls, of course, soften with time after a few months, but still it's difficult to believe these other dredges are recovering most of the gold from the deposit. And until security tightened up, there was always, night and day, 300 local people making good money being behind the Russian dredge. The tragedy for local people is the crews of these little dredges are Chinese, because the dredges are Chinese built, and Mongolians have a fear of water. They are only now becoming accustomed to swimming even. And of course the big dredge, being Soviet in origin, is dominated by Russian technicians and so forth. So the local job opportunity for this is very small indeed. True, the Mongolian government gets the gold and pays for it, but that's in Ulaanbaatar, the capital city, which is already overheating. Out here the poverty remains. The right-hand Chinese dredge that's got going, and you can see that the top tumbler is now struggling to topple the bucket. The buckets are squarish because they're homemade out of iron rather than cast steel. And then they slide down and go under a spray bar, and there's a static or vibrating string, depending on which Chinese dredge it is, which takes the thing to a sluice that's directly below. By the way, I don't think there's a Russian ship here, which is okay, because the Russian ship is the back. Oh, a Russian Mongolian company.
Well, that's moving a lot of material.
It is. And the pontoon, you see, is pretty big.
So they think we're Russians?
Well, yeah, because we're not Mongolian or Chinese.